So, hello guys, welcome to Edufy. We have started with the budget discussion. Yesterday, we have done the static part on the budget. Now, we are moving ahead with the contemporary highlights of the budget this year, that is 2026 to 27. As you know, the budget describes the estimates of the receipt and expenditure of the upcoming financial year, the financial year which begins on the 1st of April 2026 and ends on the 31st March 2027. So we are doing and discussing the budget allocations as well as the major topics on which budget has talked about. Let's see the policy part and the allocation part also. So first thing is, what is the major theme this year of the budget? It has talked about that our aim is to develop India, that is Viksit Bharat, and for that, what should be the economic trajectory? So we have to balance ambition with the inclusion. Here, the three themes have been highlighted: that action over confusion, that is, there should not be no inconsistency amongst the decision making; reform over the rhetoric; people over populism. So the focus should be on the people-centric governance and economy, and reform should be the another focus and another highlight of this budget economic trajectory. Now coming to the aim, what is the aim this year is to transform the aspiration into achievement. And what could be the parameters of achieving this aim is, India will be focusing through its budget on the four topics: the stability, that is the continuous stability we have achieved, that is 7% growth; fiscal discipline, to bring our fiscal deficit within the defined limits of the FRBM Act; sustained growth; and the moderate inflation. These are the four key aims of this year budget, and you have to remember. Now, for these aims, the high growth rate of, for achieving the high growth rate of 7%, what government will be targeting, they have given the sectors over which government will be working this year, and we will be seeing in each sector what details are mentioned. The first is focus on energy security, reduced dependence, import dependence on the critical minerals. So, you know, government has published the list of 22 critical minerals where we are too much dependent on the imports, especially imports from the China, which have been hampered during the COVID. Many supply chains have been hampered during the COVID time. So from there onwards, we have taken the hint that the import dependencies should be reduced, especially with respect to the critical industry relevant in the semiconductor industry, the energy security, and the other important industries. There is a requirement of the far-reaching structural reforms, fiscal prudence, monetary stability, that is in the banking industry, and the strong thrust on the public investment is required. And this time you will see the investment, especially in the public capital expenditure, has grown from 5% to 12% this year. This analysis, when we will deal later, we will see. Apart from that, citizen benefit is the other priority to achieve the growth rate of around 7%. So budget's target is achieving the sustained growth of 7%, focusing on all these parameters. Now coming to the government's theme or major areas this year, that is government. See, this government has a tradition of bringing one theme every year, and this year's theme is focused on the three kartavyas. Kartavya means your duty. So first kartavya is to accelerate and sustain the economic growth. Second is fulfill the aspirations of people. And the third is the vision of सबका साथ सबका विकास. तो सबको लेके सबकी एस्पिरेशंस को फुलफिल करते हुए हमें अपनी आगे की सस्टेनेबल ग्रोथ को अचीव करना है. यही इस बार के बजट की मेन थीम है, जिसमें कि गवर्नमेंट विल बी फोकसिंग ऑन पुअर, अंडर प्रिविलेज्ड एंड डिसएडवांटेज. दिस इज द गवर्नमेंट्स संकल्प. As well as the budget is युवा शक्ति ड्रिवन बजट. सो सी, ये कोई एक थीम नहीं है, इसमें मल्टीपल चीजों पे हाईलाइट किया गया है. अगर आपसे कोई पूछे कि व्हाट इज द थीम, द फोकस इज ऑन थ्री कर्तव्यास एंड हाउ टू अचीव दैट इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ, व्हाट इज द टारगेट of sustained growth, then you can see. So विद इन सब भी हम बजट देखते हैं तो हम देखते हैं कि ओवरऑल जो गोल है उसको अचीव करने के लिए व्हाट आर द माइक्रो स्टेप्स. सो हियर टू अचीव द सस्टेन्ड ग्रोथ, द फोकस विल बी on ensuring the productivity and competitiveness of the economy and managing resilience and building resilience in the volatile global dynamics. Now, what is this volatile global dynamics? We can see the variations in the supply chains, value chain, supply chain management also. We are seeing the global dynamics in the war, which has impacted the supply of many items. Other than that, we are seeing the disturbed US and China relations and other parameters, sanctions being put up by US. Fulfilling the aspiration, how you can, by building the capacity of people, sabka saath, sabka vikas, that every family, every community, every region and sector has access to the resource and amenities required. So that is the main. अब इसके लिए बजट में सरकार क्या करने वाली है? इसके लिए सरकार क्या करेगी? आपका एक तो स्ट्रक्चरल रिफॉर्म्स लेगी, ये अचीव करने के लिए 3 कर्तव्य. अपना फाइनेंशियल सेक्टर में रिफॉर्म आएगा और टेक्नोलॉजी स्पेशली बहुत ज्यादा फोकस दिया गया है इस बार आपके एआई ड्रिवन टेक्नोलॉजी पे. तो हमें ये देखना है कि क्या रिफॉर्म्स आ रहे हैं एआई में. आपके बैंकिंग सेक्टर को भी एआई से लिंक किया गया है, एग्रीकल्चर को एआई से लिंक किया गया है. दिस ईयर एग्री स्टैक यू विल सी, एंड गवर्नेंस में हम एआई लेके आएंगे, ये बात पे भी बहुत ध्यान दिया गया है. कमिंग टू द further aspect, see now there are 3, we will go pillar wise in the budget. एक आपका aspect हमने देखा कि what is the broader themes of the budget and the kartavyas and what we have to achieve. Now for achieving those purposes, the government has proposed working on the multiple parameters. Now pillar wise or the multiple pillars, now we will go pillar wise. The first pillar is the reform express, which has been called the reform express. So government is going to take the multiple reforms in different areas so as to boost the growth and include सबका साथ, सबका विकास and fulfill the aspirations of people. ठीक, तो अब इसमें सरकार क्या क्या करने वाली है? इकोनॉमिक रिफॉर्म्स लेगी जिसमें आपकी प्रोडक्टिविटी और ग्रोथ एक्सेलरेशन पे ध्यान दिया जाएगा. गवर्नमेंट ने बताया है कि वो ऑलरेडी 350 रिफॉर्म्स ले चुकी है, इंक्लूडिंग जीएसटी सिंप्लीफिकेशन, नोटिफिकेशन ऑफ लेबर कोड्स, दैट लेबर कोड्स हैव बीन notified, rationalization of the quality control orders. The high level committee have also been formed on the banking sector and the financial sector. Next point is the focus of central government and state government on deregulation, means opening the sector for the private sector also, not just regulating very tightly and missing on the entry and exit of the private, and reducing the compliance requirements so as to achieve the ease of doing business report. Now next pillar of the budget is growth and development. So in growth and development pillar, you will see these 6 parameters. First is sustained growth. Second is strengthening the foundations of growth, people-centric development, trust-based governance, ease of doing business, and ease of living. Next, fiscal matters. So next pillar, to achieve the growth and development of India, Indians, and the economy, we have to focus on these 6 parameters, which includes growth, foundations of growth, people-centric development, governance, ease of doing business, and fiscal matters. So whenever we are writing any names, answer or anything, try to use such words and taking cue from the budget. And even in the prelims, government is very like these PCS and UPSC, they are very much fond of asking question on these particular words. So we have to focus very specifically. Now for the first part, as you can see, the first part is strengthening the economic growth. Now when you study the first part, sustaining the economic growth, here we have focused on manufacturing, industries, service sector, and other social sectors also. So let's see what all has been introduced this year, which schemes have been focused upon this year in the budget 2026 and 27. So in the manufacturing sector, which here the focus was on some of the frontier sectors. What are frontier sectors? Where there is a possibility of huge growth in the future, and we are still on the initial stage, as well as some strategic sectors which are important for the national importance and other things. Now, looking at the manufacturing aspect, which all steps have been taken in the budget. First is launch of Biopharma Shakti, high-tech tool rooms in the central public sector enterprises, a scheme for container manufacturing. There is launch of integrated program for textile, electronic component manufacturing scheme, ECMS. Next is dedicated initiative for manufacturing, especially in the sports good that have been highlighted. Here this year बजट सरकार ने फोकस किया है रेयर अर्थ में, और रेयर अर्थ के लिए रिसर्च ऑन माइनिंग मैन्युफैक्चरिंग की फैसिलिटी प्रोवाइड करेंगे. इंडिया ने सेमीकंडक्टर मिशन की बात करी है इस साल के बजट में 2.0 में, और 3 डेडिकेटेड आपके केमिकल पार्क्स आएंगे स्पेशली फॉर डोमेस्टिक प्रोडक्शन ऑफ द केमिकल्स. सो अब इसमें देखते हैं और डिटेल में और क्या मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में बात करी है. इसमें बोला है 3 pronged strategy for MSME, and MSME has been called the champions. The term champion has been used for MSMEs because they are very significant part of our manufacturing abilities. They are also involved in 45% of exports if we see. So what support government is giving this year to the MSME sector? So first is there will be creation of dedicated fund of 10,000 crore, that is called small and micro enterprise growth fund. Second, the self-reliant India fund that was created, SRI fund that was created in 2021 will now be given more allocation of 2,000 crores. Apart from that, you will also see the government will facilitate the professional institutes to develop corporate mitras, especially in tier 2 and the tier 3 towns. इस बार हमारे बजट में टियर 2 टियर 3 सिटीज पे बहुत फोकस दिया गया है. क्यों? क्योंकि सबसे ज़्यादा MSME हमारे यहाँ, या जितने ज़्यादा स्टार्टअप्स आते हैं सबसे ज़्यादा आपके टियर 2 एंड टियर 3 सिटीज से आते हैं, एंड MSME contribute to 45% of exports. So government see them as a champions of Make in India. So we will see that this year corporate mitras will be designed to help the MSME in tier 2 and the tier 3 towns. Fine. Another support of liquidity that is provided through TREAD scheme, that is done by amended TREADS as the transaction settlement platform for all purchases from MSME by CPSE. CPSE क्या होती है? जो सरकारी आपकी PSUs होती हैं, अगर उनको कोई सामान खरीदना है तो ये बोला गया है कि MSME से खरीदेंगे थ्रू यूजिंग दिस ट्रेड प्लेटफॉर्म, जिसमें आपको ट्रेड प्लेटफॉर्म्स में वेयर हाउसिंग की जो रिसिप्ट्स होती हैं उसकी ट्रांजैक्शंस करनी भी आसान होती है. तो इसीलिए ये मैंडेट कर दिया गया है, सो एज टू मेक फंडिंग इजी फॉर द MSME. There is increase of credit guarantee support also in this budget. This credit guarantee support scheme has been introduced. Next, you will see the GEM portal has been linked with the TREADS to encourage the quicker financing. And the another point you have to remember is corporate mitra in tier 2 and tier 3 city, the SMME fund and the SRI fund. These are the very important aspect, especially for the champions. And who are champions? Champions are your MSMEs. This fund is very important part. Now coming to the next sector we are going to cover is service sector. What reforms have been proposed in service sector? You will see that high powered committee will be formed for education to employment and enterprises. The standing committee to focus that service sector become the core driver of Viksit Bharat. So what is Viksit Bharat? Viksit Bharat means the developed India. What is the goal of government of India? To achieve the target of Viksit Bharat by 2047. So for that, the education will be streamlined in a manner that it focuses and it achieves the target of employment of all and enterprising spirit in India. Apart from that, in the 10 disciplines, a lead health professionals, ये याद रखिए, AHPs will also be establishing, we will be establishing the institutions for the elite. डॉक्टर के अलावा जो सपोर्टिंग होता है उनके लिए जो institutions हैं, that is called elite health professional in 10 discipline, right? Next you have to see that our national skill quality framework aligned program will be designed and developed for training the 1.5 lakh multi-skilled. See, the focus here is care employment, especially for the geriatric care. What is geriatric care? Means care for the elderly section, that has been targeted. तो care ecosystem को, service sector को, education, health has been focused upon. For medical tourism, there have been the provision of establishing 5 hubs of medical value tourism in partnership with the private sector. So guys, next topic of budget allocation is with respect to Ayush, and here we are launching 3 new Ayush institutes, that is All India Institutes of Ayurveda, as well as upgrading the WHO Global Traditional Medicinal Center. That is the provision in budget. With respect to Orange Economy, what is Orange Economy? That is with audio visual content creation. We will be launching new labs and promoting the education with respect to that in 15,000 secondary schools and 500 colleges. Apart from that, one National Institute of Designing will be established in India. In the Khelo India mission, you will see that talent will be developed and the further focus will be there on the sports infrastructure. Apart from that, we will see in the education side, you will see that 5 university townships will come up in the major industrial and the logistics and corridors. There is a provision of girls hostels in creation of girls hostel in every district with respect to higher education in the STEM stream, setting up a 4 telescope. There is provision. We are also establishing in the tourism sector, if we see, the National Institute of Hospitality. In tourism, we will be guiding 10,000 guides for upskilling them, and there is creation of National Destination of Knowledge Grid, which will put up the documents of all places of significance. Apart from that, in tourism, we will focus on mountain trails, bird watching trails, and turtle. India will also be very important aspect this time, that India will going to host for the first time the Global Big Cat Summit. Apart from that, we will develop 15 archaeological sites into the vibrant destinations. Now that is with respect to tourism. Coming to other aspects, another important thing is creation of Buddhist circuits in the Northeast, and this does not include in the 7 sisters of Northeast are included, apart from Nagaland, and all the other sisters are included. So Nagaland is not there. Meghalaya is also not there. You will find that Northeast region में Buddhist circuit बना रहे हैं for development of the tourism. एक आपका ये aspect है. दूसरा, when we see the financial sector, what we can do in financial sector, you will see which changes, that there is creation of one high level committee on banking to promote the growth in the next phase of India's economic journey. So not very much relevant for the exam point of view. Coming to the other aspects, yes, the other aspect is there is increase in the STT on the futures from 0.02% to 0.05%. That is one thing we have to see. Now, other than that, in agriculture department or agriculture side, what you will see? You will see that focus is more this time being shown on the horticulture domain. In animal husbandry domain, there is focus on the veterinary side, and the promotion of the high value agriculture is there. The launching of the Indian cashew and cocoa program and coconut production promotion scheme is also there. There is creation of dedicated program for India cashew and cocoa. Next, in fisheries, you will see that there is provision of creation of 500 reservoirs and the Amrit Sarovars. Apart from that, in the sandalwood, the focus is on post-harvesting, and because sandalwood में बहुत loss होता है, so we are focusing here on the post-harvesting. The most important aspect this year is the introduction of AI into the agriculture by by launching of this Bharat Vistar. What is this? It's in this we are integrating the AgriStack portal and iCar on with the AI systems, right? So that is another thing. Other side of the budget is this year's the capital expenditure has been increased to 12.2% of the budget from the financial year 15. It was 15 year, now in 27 this has increased to 12.2%. Apart from that, there is in infrastructure aspect, there is creation of over 5 lakh in the cities with 5 lakh population, especially tier 2 and tier 3 cities. We will see their focus is on creating as economic regions. Next thing you will see in the infrastructure aspects, next important thing that has to be seen in focus is infrastructure risk guarantee fund is established. New dedicated corridors will be established, especially from Dankuni in east to Surat in the west. A new dedicated feed corridor is established. 20 new operational waterways, 20 new national waterways will be operational for promoting the mineral rich areas, industrial areas, ports, so as to focus on the inland water transport. We are also launching the cargo promotion, coastal cargo promotion scheme for increasing the share of inland waterways from 6% to 12% by 2047. Very important target. इंडियन वाटरवेज का आपका शेयर कितना है? अभी 6% है, इसको 12% ले जाना है बाय 2047 तक। ठीक, इसके लिए स्कीम ला रहे हैं। एक सी प्लेन वाइबिलिटी गैप स्कीम आ रही है जिसमें हम सी प्लेन की मैन्युफैक्चरिंग को इंडिजिनाइज करेंगे। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट there is focus on Purva Uday, that is the development of eastern region with special focus on creation of integrated coastal ईस्ट कोस्ट इंडस्ट्रियल कॉरिडोर। सो आपके ईस्ट कोस्ट में पूरा इंडस्ट्रियल कॉरिडोर बनाने का पॉइंट की बात है। Now, moving ahead, now in this aspect, when we see the aspect of the energy security and stability, the first important scheme that you have to focus upon is the scheme to adopt carbon capture, utilization and storage, and it has been given the outlay of allocation of 20,000 crore. So carbon capture and utilization so as to remove the carbon emissions from the atmosphere. Very important scheme this year. And another thing that you have to remember in the energy security is that extension of basic custom duty exemption on import of goods from nuclear power project till the year 35, and it has been extended to all the nuclear power reactors. Coming to the next aspect, that is urbanization aspect, where in this urbanization aspect the main focus is development of CERs, that is city economic regions. Here we are trying to develop tier 2 and tier 3 cities and temple towns by identifying their economic potential and develop them as the economic power of agglomerations. There is another provisions of the growth connector also. What is growth connector? That is high speed rail corridors will be developed, and these are the locations which you can see in the budgetary documents, and these are called as growth connectors. Now coming to the another aspect for the development of people-centric governance, here the focus this time is creation of the she-marts on the model of the Lakpati Didi that was introduced earlier. Now there is focus on self-help entrepreneur marts for the community-owned retail outlets. Apart from that, for the Divyangjan or the people with disability, there is one scheme that has been launched, Divyangjan Kaushal Yojana, which provides the livelihood opportunity, industry relevant skills to the disabled group. There is another scheme, Divyang Sahara Yojana. ELMICO is also being given more assistance to scale up and invest in research and development for the people with making the devices for people with disability. Now there are other modern retail centers being opened for Divya Asha, which are called PM Divya Asha Kendra. Another thing for the mental health, Nimans 2 will be opened in Tezpur and Ranchi, and there is creation of emergency and trauma care centers in district hospital. And these are the provisions with respect to health and the special focus on people-centric development. Now coming to the other aspect, that is governance based on trust. Here you will see how the trust will be ensured through the various provisions. However, we are not going in much more detail. You can read from the budgetary document, not much relevant from the exam perspective. Now coming to the next part, the next pillar is ease of doing business. Here also you will find that these are basically your very small dilute points within the industrial production, manufacturing and everything. So we not relevant from the exam perspective, but you can see, you should know about this. What is MAT, especially minimum alternate tax, on which companies it applies and how it will be rolled out. Next, now coming to the important aspects of the budget, that is fiscal matters. With respect to the 16th Finance Commission, you will see that this year government has accepted the recommendation of the commission to retain the vertical share of devolution to the states from the tax share to 41%. तो टोटल आपका इस बार जो फाइनेंस का डेफिल्यूशन होगा स्टेट्स को फ्रॉम द सेंटर इन टैक्सेशन, इट इज 41%, एज सिमिलर टू द 15th फाइनेंस कमीशन. 16th फाइनेंस कमीशन ने भी यही बात बोली है. इसके अलावा जो दूसरी चीज आप ध्यान रखेंगे कि 1.4 लाख करोड़ हैज बीन गिवन टू स्टेट्स इन एज पर द फाइनेंस कमीशन ग्रांट्स, राइट. ये ग्रांट्स में दिए जा रहे हैं और ये आपका टैक्स का एलोकेशन है और ये ग्रांट्स में इतना पैसा दिया जा रहा है स्टेट्स को. ये दो फैक्ट्स आपको ध्यान रखने हैं. दूसरी चीज फिस्कल कंसोलिडेशन पाथ में इफ यू विल सी दैट डेट टू जीडीपी रेशो का टारगेट कितना रखा है सरकार ने इस साल बजट में, 50 ±1% ऑफ द जीडीपी, राइट, बाय दैट हैज टू बी अचीव बाय 2030. प्रेजेंटली कितना है आपका, 56% is the debt to GDP ratio in the revised estimate of 25-26. Another aspect that is very important is fiscal deficit. Now fiscal deficit path, we have decided that it is to be 4.3% of the GDP in the upcoming budget estimates. Target है आपका 4.3, इस साल हम achieve करेंगे 4.3% of GDP. Now coming to the other aspect with respect to the deficit trends this year, you will see this scale and the graph. Here the fiscal deficit is targeted at 4.3, the revenue deficit is targeted at 1.5% this year, and your primary deficit 0.7% and effective revenue deficit 0.3%. So remember these figures, especially your fiscal deficit and the revenue deficit. Now the next part, we will see that from where the money is coming from towards the government, that is, we will see 1 rupee, if composition of 1 rupee, how it is coming towards the government or the income source. So primary source of income is income tax, then you will see the corporation tax. You will also see this union excise duty, GST comprise of 15% of this money. Non-tax revenue contributes to the 10%, non-debt capital receipt 2%, and borrowing and liabilities, that is सरकार बाहर से जो पैसा उधार लेके आती है वो 24% कंट्रीब्यूट करता है. पूरा जो भी पैसा सरकार के पास आता है, कहाँ से सबसे ज्यादा आता है, बोरोइंग से. उसके बाद आपका कहाँ से आता है, इनकम टैक्स से, कॉर्पोरेशन से, जीएसटी से, एंड देन यू विल सी दैट नॉन टैक्स रेवेन्यू एंड अदर पार्ट्स आर सेकेंडरी. फाइन. कमिंग टू द अदर एस्पेक्ट, पैसा जाता कहाँ है, सबसे ज्यादा आवंटन सरकार किस पे करती है, स्टेट्स को पैसा देते हैं टैक्सेस में से 22%. फाइनेंस कमीशन का जो डेवल्यूशन होता है वो 7%, स्कीम्स में 8% पैसा बजट का जाता है. इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट is a very significant section, that is 20%. You have to remember interest payment and state share. ये दो आपके बहुत important part है, तो इनको sequence में लगाने के लिए भी आ जाता है. Other than that, central sector scheme मेजर सब्सिडीज दे कंट्रीब्यूट 6% ऑफ द टोटल बजट अमाउंट। डिफेंस को इस बार 11% का एलोकेशन दिया है, तो ये आप ध्यान रखने, बहुत ज़्यादा डिफेंस में आपका एलोकेशन दिया गया है। ठीक, ये आपका पैसे का आवंटन है जिस तरफ सरकार पैसा खर्च करेगी। नाउ कमिंग टू द रिसिप्ट्स, दो तरह की रिसिप्ट होती हैं पैसे आने की, दैट इज कैपिटल रिसिप्ट एंड रेवेन्यू रिसिप्ट। अब कैपिटल रिसिप्ट्स हमारे जो इनकम साइड है सरकार की, वो कितनी है, 18% कैपिटल रिसिप्ट है और 35% आपका रेवेन्यू रिसिप्ट में पैसा आता है। और आप एक्सपेंडिचर साइड में देखेंगे कि सरकार किधर ज़्यादा एक्सपेंडिचर कर रही है। अगर आप कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर जो कि लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट होता है, दैट इज ओनली 17%, एंड रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर दैट इज द रेगुलर एक्सपेंडिचर, इट्स अराउंड 41.3% ऑफ द GDP। फाइन, नाउ कमिंग टू द नेट रिसिप्ट और द नेट रिसिप्ट ऑफ द सेंटर, कितना पैसा आ रहा है टैक्स में, कितना ओवरऑल आ रहा है। देखिए नॉन टैक्स में आपका आ रहा है 6.7%। टोटल जो आपका इनकमिंग मनी है उसको अगर टैक्स नॉन टैक्स पैसे में डिवाइड करें तो नॉन टैक्स में 6.5% आ रहा है, 6.7% अराउंड। और आपका टैक्सेशन वाला जो पैसा है, जो आपका टैक्स का पैसा है, दैट इज अराउंड दिस 28.7%। ठीक है, और ये आपकी नॉन डेट कैपिटल रिसिप्ट्स है। दिस ब्लैक लाइन इफ यू आर सीइंग, इट इज इन लाख करोड़, इट इज 1.2 लाख करोड़। फाइन, ये तो आपका परसेंटेज में है। ठीक, ये आपका लाख करोड़ में है, सॉरी ये वाला ग्राफ, इट इज नॉट इन योर परसेंटेज। नाउ टोटल ट्रांसफर्स कितने हुए हैं स्टेट्स को, इस बार 26 लाख करोड़ का ट्रांसफर हुआ है स्टेट्स को, 26.2 लाख करोड़। नाउ व्हेन वी सी द एलोकेशन टू द डिफरेंट मिनिस्ट्रीज इन करोड़, इन रुपी करोड़, तो सबसे ज्यादा जो आप एलोकेशन देखेंगे लाइन वाइज लगा हुआ है। सो यू विल सी the allocation, the maximum allocation has been given to the transport. Then second number पे आपका डिफेंस को allocation मिला है, रूरल डेवलपमेंट को थर्ड पे है, होम अफेयर्स को आपका फोर्थ पे है, एंड एग्रीकल्चर इज फिफ्थ, एंड सबसे लास्ट में जो आपका है आता है दैट इज डेवलपमेंट ऑफ नॉर्थ ईस्ट। तो आपके लिए नॉर्थ ईस्ट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, इसको 6,812 करोड़ रुपए मिले हैं। External affair, tax administration, scientific, you can all check these. On telecom and IT has received how much allocation? Telecom has 74,560 crore rupees. Fine, तो सबसे ज़्यादा ट्रांसपोर्ट, क्योंकि इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर ये सारा भी है। So this was all in our budget discussions this year, and we will be providing you the PDF format of this budget discussion also in the description. So kindly look into that. Thank you very much.